Hello YouTube, this is Mike with PhoneJunkie.org. I have the new Nokia Lumia 822. Phone is on Verizon Wireless at a great price point of $99. Do not forget, this is with a 2-year contract. Now, we have been seeing good Android devices hitting Verizon Wireless shelves over the past couple months. Now we're seeing Nokia coming back to Verizon's lineup with Windows Phone 8, which is Windows' newest operating system. Now, this is definitely a beautiful phone. It fits in your hands really nicely. You have rounded edges. You got a curved, sculpted back here. Fits perfectly in your hands. You have a removable back as well as a removable battery. You get a SIM card slot, and then you get a micro SD card slot. You have your 1800 milliamp battery. On the back here, you have an 8 megapixel Carl Zeiss lens. You have LED flash, capable of recording at 1080p high definition, 30 frames per second video record. On the right side, you have your volume rocker up and down keys. Now, these are a little bit almost flush with the phone here, so it doesn't stick out too far, but it still gives you enough pop out to know what you're reaching for. Right below that, you have the lock unlock button. Then below that, you have your dedicated camera key. Now, this does stick out, is a little bit more raised than the volume or the lock unlock button. On the bottom, you have your 2 speaker grills as well as your micro USB charging port. On the left side, you just have a clean slate all the way up. On the top, you have your 3.5 millimeter head jack. On the front, you have your 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. On the bottom here, you have 3 capacitive touch buttons: back, home, as well as the search. Now, having a 4.3-inch true RGB matrix of 480 by 800 pixels with a 217 ppi screen, the text does come out a little pixelated. It's not as smooth, and it just seems a little jagged. Now, if you compare this to Nokia's flagship device, the Nokia Lumia 920, it features a 768 by 1280 pixels with a whopping 326 ppi. You do notice a difference. The screen is not as bright. Nokia did include a super sensitive feature that will allow you to touch the screen while using gloves. Now, you can turn this feature off if you like. You do not have to use it, and that will definitely help with accidental presses or anything of that nature. But it will also help if you do not feel like going out and purchasing a pair of gloves that work with smartphone screens. Windows 8 is definitely new user friendly with easy setup. If you are still new to Windows 8, I would definitely recommend watching a review video of the complete Windows 8, and that way you learn about all the hidden features and everything of that nature. I will post a link that covers Windows 8 very well. Nokia has developed some features what they include for free. First, we have Nokia Music. Nokia Music is a free service where you can listen to an online radio of mixed music completely ad-free. It also allows you to download songs for later listening to when you are offline or do not have access to the internet. Next, you have Nokia Maps and Nokia Drive. Nokia Maps is a mapping software that will provide you with directions and info on different points of interest. And Nokia Drive will give you voice-guided, turn-by-turn directions. I still believe both of the softwares can use some adjustments to make the look of the UI more appealing, but both will at least do their job and get you to your destination. One thing I also do not really like about this is that since the maps are saved to your phone, you are constantly seeing map downloads, new maps that you need to download, so not all the times you're getting the correct information. I almost wish that you could either choose from a server-based map application or use the map that's saved to your phone. The Nokia Lumia 822 camera comes with a 8 megapixel autofocus camera with a Carl Zeiss f2.2 lens. Images did not impress me at all. Details were lacking and color accuracy was poor. You don't get too many options here in the photo settings. You do get enough to hopefully take a good picture every here and there. Here are a few sample pictures that I took with the Nokia Lumia 822. My final thoughts on the Nokia Lumia 822 are that it can definitely use some upgrades with the camera as well as some of the within the App Store. The App Store is definitely lacking some of the featured app. One downside with Windows 8, and definitely not a stab here at Nokia, but is the App Store. As I said in my Nokia Lumia 920 review, Microsoft should really look into getting developers more incentive to create apps for their App Store. I believe right now the app number is about 125,000, which is still a decent number, but still lacks some of the main apps people now come to use. My final thoughts on this device is, other than the App Store and the camera, this is definitely a great entry-level device. You get a Snapdragon dual-core 1.5 gigahertz processor, which makes the phone responsive and zippy, and no lag problems whatsoever. The UI of Windows 8 is definitely very clean looking, organized, and allows the user to take control of their device. I really appreciate you all taking the time watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below or email me at mike@phonejunkie.org. And please show your support and subscribe. And you all have a great day.